In the previous session, we saw about factor trees, how to represent a number in terms of its factors in the tree format. In this session, we are going to see about HCF, which is nothing but highest common factors. If you have any two numbers, then HCF of the two numbers is a factor which is the highest value between the two. Okay. Now, what is a factor of a number? Say for example, if I say 6, the factors of 6 is 1, 2, 3 and 6. Okay. Now, let us find out what is the factor of 12. So, in order to say the factors of 12, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. Right. Now, I have listed the factors of both 6 and 12. If you see, what are the factors that are common to both? It is 1, 2, 3 and 6. Correct? Now, of all these four factors that are common to both the numbers, the factor which is biggest or highest is nothing but the number 6. Correct? So, the highest common factor or HCF of 6 and 12 is 6. Okay. Now, this highest common factor is also called as greatest common divisor or GCD. GCD. Okay. The concept is, of all the factors that are common to the two given numbers, the factor which is biggest is called as highest common factor. Okay. Now, let us take different examples and to see how to find out this highest common factor. The first method that we have seen here is simply list all the factors of both the numbers independently and then you compare between these two numbers the factors. Say for example 1, 1, 2 is there, 2 is here, 3 is here, 3 is here, 6 is here, 6 is here. So these are the common factors. You sort it out and write it separately and then you pick the factor which is the biggest. So this is the very basic way of finding the HCF between two numbers. Now, let us see alternate methods of how to find out the HCF of the two numbers. Okay. So, we will erase this. Now, let us take the case 36 and 48. I want to find out the HCF between these two numbers. If I start writing all the factors for 36 or 48, as the number becomes bigger, then there is a possibility that we will miss out some of those factors and may get a wrong answer because of that. So, the next method to do that is use these numbers, divide it. Okay. So, you take these two numbers 36 and 48, start dividing it by common factors and then you will end up finding out the biggest common factor. For example, if you take this, both are prime numbers. So, I am going to divide it by 2. So, this gives me 18, this 24. Again even numbers. So, I am dividing by 2. So, this is going to get me 9. Now, this is getting me 12. Okay. Now, this I can use a 3. So, this gets me a 3 and this gets me a 4. Now, between 3 and 4, I will not be able to get any common divisor because 3 is a prime number and then 4 is divisible by 2. Okay. So, here I will not be able to proceed further. I can stop here and then I can say the HCF of this two number is 2 into 2 into 3, which is equal to 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12. Okay. Now, let us also verify it by the first method of listing all the factors. This may not be possible in all cases, but probably we can try for 36. So 1, 2, 3 is a factor. 4 9s are 36. 5 is not possible. 6 6 are 36. 7 not possible. 8 not possible. 9 4s are 36. 10 is not possible. 11 is not possible. 12 3s are 36. 13 no. 14 no. 15 no. 16 not possible. 17 not possible. 18 2s are 36. Correct? So these are the factors of number 36. Of course, along with it, the number 36 itself. Okay. Now let us try doing it for 48. 48. It is 1, 2, 3, 30, 3, 16, 3s are 48. So 4, 5 is not possible. 6, 8, 6 are 48. 7 not possible. 8, 6 are 48. So 8 is possible. 9 is not possible. 10 is not possible. 11 is not possible. 12 4s are 48. 13 no. 14 no. 15 no. 16 is possible. 17 no. 18 no. 19 no. 20 no. 21 no. 22 no. 23 no. 24. Okay. And then finally the number 48 itself. Now I have listed all the numbers. I have to start comparing which are the numbers that are common to both. Okay, so in this case let me use an alternate color. So 1 is common to both, so I strike out 1. 2 is common to both, I strike out them. 3 is common to both. 4 is common to both. 6 is common to both. 9 is not common. 12 is common to both. Okay, the rest are all different numbers. So now of all the numbers that are common to each other, now the number that is biggest of all these common numbers is 12. So 12 is the HCF of 36, 48. Now when we do it in this long method, there is, as I said, a possibility of getting an error. That is why we used the left method, where we started dividing it by factors that are common to both these numbers. Sometimes if the number is very large, what happens is it takes a lot of time to figure out what is the common factors between these two. So for example, I knew both are even numbers, so I started dividing it by 2 and then I tried to proceed. What if the numbers are very big and we are not able to figure out common numbers? So the next best method that we could ideally use to find out the factor HCF is use the factor tree. Now let us see how to use a factor tree to find out the HCF of a given number. Okay. Now let us take the number 24 and 108. Okay. We will draw the factor tree of 24 and 108 first separately. So we will start with 24. 24 is 2 and 12. 12 is 2 and 6. 6 is 2 and 3. Okay. So with this we cannot split anymore the 24. Now let's take the 108. 108 is an even number. So it is 2, then 54. Right. 54 is even. So I say 2 and this becomes 27. Now 27 cannot go in 2 but it can go in 3. So it is 3 and 9. 9 can again be split as 3 and 3. Now we have drawn the factor trees of both the numbers. Now we will start writing off those factor trees in separate case. So 24 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. And 108 is nothing but 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. Now, if I take, let us count how much of them are matching. So, I am going to circle that 1, 2 here, 1, 2 here, 1, 2 here, 1, 2 here. There is a 2 here, but there are no 3 2s anymore. So, I will skip this. I will go 1, 3 here, 1, 3 here. Okay. So, now I have figured out all the numbers that are common to both. So, what have I got? Let us go back to the original color. So, if you see between 24 and 108, I have 2 2s and 1 3 that are common to both. So, the HCF of 24, 128, or the HCF of 24 and 128 is nothing but 2 into 2 into 3, which is 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12. Okay, so this method is relatively easier to find out the factors and then list out or check the highest common factor between these two numbers. Okay, now let us try to do using this factor method for another two number, how this works. So let us take the number, say 72 and 96. Okay, so let's draw the factor tree for 72. It is 2, 36. 36 is 2 and then 18. Correct? 18 is 2 and then 9. 9 again becomes 3 and 3. Right? Now let us try the same thing for 96. 96 is 2 and 48. Now 48 is 2 and 24. 24 is 2 and 12. 12 is 2 and 3. Sorry, 2 and 6. And 6 is 2 and 3. Now the HCF of 72 and 96, I'm going to count the number of 2's and 3's that are going to be common for both. So let us choose the alternate color. 1, 2, 3 2's are here. You have 3 2's here also. 1, 2, 3. Fair enough. Now there are 2 3's here, 1 and 2. However, you only have 1. So we will not choose both. We will take only 1 3. So the HCF of 72 and 96 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. 2 2's are 4, 4 2's are 8, 8 3's are 24. Okay, so this is the HCF of 72 and 96. So this factor tree is a very easier way of figuring out the HCF of given numbers. In some books, we also try to see this in form of diagrams. Okay. Let me show the simple example of 6 and 12 in diagram so you can understand. Remember, we did this 6 and 12 and we figured the highest factor HCF of 6 and 12 is actually 6. Now let us do it in diagrams. Now if you draw two circles, one to represent 6, one to represent 12, and we need to list all the factors that are there for 6 and all the factors that are there for 12. So in this case it's 1, 2, 3 and 6. In this case 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. Correct? Now the factors that are common to both, if I try to intercept both this is a place which is common to both 6 and 12. So the factors that are common to both 6 and 12 get listed here. 1, 2, 3 and 6. Okay. So in this case, everything falls here. However, for 12, you have a 4 and a 12. You get what I'm saying? So in this diagram, this shaded area lists all the factors that are common to both 6 and 12. This area is common to both 6 and 12. Fortunately, all the factors that are there for 6 is also there for 12. So this here you don't have anything different. For 12, however, you have a 4 and a 12. So this is written in this area. So now you can pick out all the factors, common factors of 6 and 12, of which the highest is 6. So we can say HCF of 6, 12 is 6. So this is also an alternate method to find out HCF or GCD. Okay. However, the factor tree method is very efficient in sense you can independently work on these two numbers and then pick out what is the HCF of those two numbers. For example, you could try to find out the factor HCF between 45 and 60. Okay. Let us do it once more in the factor method. So 45 in the factor tree method, it starts with 3. So this is 3 15s are 45. 15 can go as 3 and 5. So the tree stops here. Now for 60, it is 2 and 30. 30 becomes 2 and 15. 15 becomes 3 and 5. Okay. Now let us find out what is the highest common factor. You have 2 3s here and 1 5. So we'll start with the 5. There is a 5 that's common to both. So 5 and 5 goes. There is 1 3 that's common here. That's 1 3 that's common here. You have a 3 here. There are no 3s anymore in these factors. So the HCF of 45 comma 60 is going to be 3 into 5, which is 15. Okay. So the easiest way of finding HCF using factor trees. This will be very useful for any combination of numbers. Sometimes these numbers can be more than pairs. For example, I can say 45, 60 and then say 75. In this case, the numbers have to be common for all the three. So if I take 75, it is 75, 3. Okay. This is 25. This becomes 5 and 5. Okay. Now if you figure out the common factors, that is still 3 and 5 because there is 1 3 and 1 5 across all the three numbers. So the HCF of the three numbers is 3 into 5, 15. So this way you can use the factor tree to find the HCF of more than two numbers also. Okay, so with this we'll end the session. In the next session, we will see what is called as LCM. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.